Well, welcome everybody. It's your boy. I do apologize for the quality of this stream. I am doing this from an Xbox right now since I don't have a PC, but it's all good. Tonight we do have a match of No Fear versus Greats, so it should be very interesting to say the least. I honestly don't know how it's going to go. It's been a little bit since I've seen everybody play, so I know there was a few matches done during my little hiatus of trying to figure things out with, um, when it comes to all of the matches, and not only that little break there because of, the bugs and whatnot in the game, so it's definitely, a very interesting last few weeks, to say the least. I hope everybody's enjoying their night thus far. I don't know if the microphone's going through or not. I really don't. I feel like it is. I guess it would help, chat, if I, Go ahead. I guess it would help, chat, if I, Oh, wow. The quality of that? Okay, W. I hope everybody's enjoying their night, though. How do you guys think this is gonna go? I turned down the wrong volume on my phone, chat. I've got it. Oh man, it's so weird doing everything back and forth between this and... But I think right now we're just waiting on the Greats team. I don't know exactly where they're at. But let's take a look, talk about what we have in store for the maps tonight. Let's see. I did get them, I believe. Midnight. Shout out to Midnight for sending them to me. So we got double Hossy, a Vault, red card, and dealership. Alright, so I am just gonna let this know, when it comes to No Fear and their map picks, if Hacienda is probably their best map. And I mean, there is a lot of teams that do pretty well on Hacienda, but I feel like when it comes to the presence that I see, just from visually casting most good majority of their games, and me also watching other teams in lowers, I feel like when it comes to Hacienda, No Fear does have a pretty good presence on it. They have a pretty high win rate on there. Queen Biche, very strong in S&D, especially in Hacienda as well. She's a really strong S&D player. I don't know exactly who's going to be playing tonight. We might see Trends. I think, Ace is no longer on the team. He was kind of like a wild card player anyways, so not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, I forgot about Fago. Yeah, he was pretty good. I remember seeing him. And then Kayla, really strong OBJ player. So, it's going to be interesting. I am curious to see what the Greats will... who the Greats will be bringing out tonight. I don't know where they're at. They got 5 minutes. They got 5 minutes, chat. I might just say fuck it, though, because I'm off tomorrow. But I do kind of want to get back into the groove of things. I do hope everybody's enjoying their night, sharing the love, frustrations of what is Call of Duty. But I do apologize you're not able to see my beautiful face. I was trying to figure out for laptop to console, but then I kind of remembered about needing a capture card, so I'm not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. So we're just going to go back down to the bare bones, and hopefully wait, who's that? Oh, there they are. I just need a invite from one of these guys. So I'm just going to tag them here real quick. But let us know down below, guys, how do you think this match is going to go? Do you think this is going to be map 5? Because, it's been a minute since we've seen one of those on the channel here. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be fucking cool, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. But Yeah, that hacienda on that map 1 there is gonna be HP. It's gonna really come down to the money hill there on the rock side, the P4. I think, weirdly as this sounds, I feel like it might come down to the hold of P2 or the hold of, I think I'm remembering this right. That's P1, P2, P3. Yeah. I feel like P2 and P3 are going to be very important this game. I have a strange feeling, because specifically those two hills, strangely enough, I feel like No Fear does a really good job at. So if they're able to get a hold on the money hill on the P4, fucking amazing. They're set. They'll have a pretty good series. But sometimes they're not able to get it, because it is kind of difficult to break. It's only really 2 free lanes to watch. So it's not that bad. Team could slide in, get coverage over a heady, type thing like that. But straight, when I see No Fear get a really good hold on that P2, I'm telling you. Trent's being able to go crazy in the front. Queen either holding the back lobby or, playing on the hill. Kayla doing her thing, facing the oncoming forces that would be the greats tonight. But I can't really put it past the greats, though. I can't. Because, those guys consistently, I think it's 1 or 2 games less, but they technically have the same record that Cracked Academy has. With the exception of Cracked Academy losing to Nations Angels, or not Nations Angels, Angels Academy, my bad. They might as well be Nations Angels at this point, because those fuckers gave up. I don't blame them, though. But, so you have them, that upset game, and then Greats beat Cracked, so it's there's definitely 2 teams, guys. Finals is right around the corner. We're going to take that little break in between for the BO7 beta, guys. So if you haven't been paying attention to the announcements, which I'm going to stress this enough, guys, there's channels for everything. You post things, tag the people that need to know, and if you need to find out information, it's probably in the announcements. 100%. And for the people that are watching this, let people know, please. I don't mind telling people things. I really don't. But when the information's there, it's there. Just gotta keep your eye out. Makes it feel like, you want to be involved, But regardless, my ranting. Oh, W code. When did he send that? 3 minutes ago, so I was yapping for no reason. Oh, you're gonna get a lot of that tonight, chat. Just me yapping. So good is a bit. That's not what I wanted, though. The question is, can I see the screen? Yeah, it's big enough. I cannot see I'm negative blind. But what do you guys, what's your prediction for the first game score here? Honestly, it really depends on how it goes, but I think it's going to be a 250 to maybe 180. I'll be nice. And it's not like it's a one-sided looking game either with that score, it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's shit. It's gonna be interesting, chat. It's gonna be fucking interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we're gonna see some crazy plays. But no, Flacco is a really good addition to that team. I think I remember seeing him being kind of like the Slayer for No Fear. So it was a W pickup there. Oh, there's not going to be a stream delay, is there? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bum bum bum. And whenever they want to start it, I can't talk in game, so I'm just gonna do this. As ready as I'll ever be, chat. As ready as I'll ever be. Also, let me know, like, I'm actually curious, what, like, quality is the stream right now? Is it, like, is it 1080? The settings say it's 1080, but I don't think it is. I really don't think. Honestly, don't know. Alright, chat, so there's this. It's 720, alright, that's not horrible. 720. Yeah, that's not horrible. We deal with it for now. Alright. Alrighty, chat. So we're gonna have the Alpha team is gonna be the Greats, and the Bravo team is gonna be No Fear. Very nice break off here from the Greats team, getting some top and lower coverage there. Captain Witt is gonna get outgunned there in the mid. Austin is gonna try to pick up the trade there, and he does. Let's see if he keeps it going here. It's gonna be important for him to try to get the spawn flip here. The P2 side is definitely going to be the more predominant spawn if they want to be pretty strong going from the P1 to P2 rotation. Austin's going to take a loss again. We're going to have No Fear starting to get some decent time here. It is definitely going to be a little bit mixy. We are going to see the No Fear team is going to be able to get the coverage here on the P2 side. I don't know when they spawned out, unless I'm just tripping. Oh no, I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb, chat. Very good pickup there. Is going to be able to make it a two-piece. Currently 5-0. Very strong start from Queen Beach thus far. Like I said, you know, one of her positions is going to be on that hill, but, you know, this Greats team is going to have to push this together here. Captain would like to, you know, make it. Nope. Fred is going to be on the backside here, going to try to clear up these spawns, doing a really good job. Going to get caught off the timing there, a little bit slow there on the rotation, but anyways, you know, they'll be watching the backside. Is going to be a little bit out in the open there, is going to get traded out, allowing Grace to be able to try to pick up that last 30 seconds. Now, they could play a choice here, you know, people that are closer to the old to try to break this, but I think it's going to be really crucial here to work on this P3 rotation. Number 7 is going to be doing that here. Kayla. Very smart. Reddick is going to get the first kill there. Is going to go into Shed. Is going to get traded out here. Bruce is going to be late on the rotation. He's going to try to get as much scrap time as he can. Very good. Very good. Off angle here is going to be able to get one on a crouch angle there. Captain's going to get eliminated there. Austin's going to get eliminated on the backside. Burke is going to be the last one spawning in for the Greats. But, I mean, yeah. So they're going to have to double time here, try to break this hill while they are weak. Going to be 1. Does make it a little bit mixy there. Austin does a 360. Is going to get eliminated. And Frederick is going to try to clean it up here. Is going to get double chowed there by Queen and Kayla. Does know they're spawning in the backside there. Is going to miss a couple shots. Make them beat. Pop Trends is going to be able to kill 1. Bago is going to be on the hill. Is going to get traded out as well. This is actually a pretty strong first rotation through the P1 and the P4 here. Definitely very dicey. I'm not going to lie. You know, I mean, look here. This is how I'm seeing it, chat. You know, Hacienda, very strong map for No Fear. You know, No Fear is definitely one of those teams that, you know, despite some complications at the beginning of the season, you know, they finally found a pretty consistent 4 stack that, you know, has chemistry together. You know, they're on the game, they have the passion, and, you know, they're able to put up some decent numbers against these other teams. Now, The one thing I will say is, like, in my personal opinion, there's like 4 teams that, like, there's definitely the top two, then there's like 2 other teams that could definitely take the number 1 and 2 spot if they were more consistent. But what we've seen in these matches in the last 10 or so weeks is, like, most of these lowers teams, they've been putting in the work, bro. You know, we have players that have never hit Crimson before, hit Crimson because of their passion for wanting to compete in this league. You know, they locked in and they were able to do stuff. You had people that were, you know, kind of like, not hard stuck, but they've been in Diamond for a very long time, but used to play in the past, and they locked in a little bit, and now they're Crimson again, you know, type thing. So, like, it's really entertaining to see this fire under people's belly and wanting to prove that they can be one of the best here in the Rec Room Esports League. Lower the game volume. I don't know if this is gonna work necessarily, but the only way I could lower that might do it. I don't know if that does it. Just let me know. Queen Beach is going to be on the backside here trying to anchor the spawns for the P2. This can be very important here. There's going to be a lot of confrontations here on the front side. Papa Trends is now going to be taking the flex AR position here on the Lambo Heady. There is going to be one Greats player coming in from the water side here. Austin, he's going to be doing some tricky shit. He might try to jump over, but this is going to be tricky. Ooh, does it? That's good. That's good. That off angle there is I would be annoyed. Like, to be so ballsy in the front like that. But I mean, that's a situational play right there, you know? Like, he knows that they're coming in hot. So he's gonna get that off angle. His team basically came in from the front there, so he didn't really have to worry about it. Covered that white there, very common for most teams. And, you know, he did the best he can. He got basically 2 and 1 damage, so. Beautiful play there from Austin. Which arguably, you know, I feel like when it comes to the Greats, like, their team is just pretty well rounded. Like, Frederick is definitely their strongest. Like, is there a way? Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Now we can actually see this. So, like, Frederick is definitely their S&D player, guys. So, like, even though it looks like it's, like, kind of like me right there, doesn't have a lot of time. I mean, he's doing a lot of, like, anchoring type things. He's doing, you know, some main AR responsibilities. Can he get more active? Yeah. But he doesn't really need to, you know? His team's doing the job for him, you know? That's the one thing that makes the difference between individual players. They're just filling a role, and they're doing what they gotta do. Try lowering in-game. I just didn't want to, like, show this on. I don't know if that did anything. Just let me know. Bump. That guy actually just said bump. Goober. But anyways. I think there's also one other thing I could check, guys. There is an option for me to, like, change the amount of, like, input the microphone gets through Xbox. So, that could be the last thing, but I don't know if I have it up all the way already, so. I also try not to talk really loud. Oh, that's better? Okay, that works. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream thus far. This is definitely not the best quality stream that I've produced here in Rec Room, but it's what we have for now. Hopefully, we're praying, guys. We don't have a PC in the works. We're hoping. So then I can finally have my production quality. That's honestly the thing that's bugging me the most right now. I mean, this works, but it's not the same. Dago's gonna get on to the point there. Is gonna be able to get one. I mean, these guys are battling it out. These guys are going back and forth. You know, Queen Beach doing what she does. She knows what she knows what she's doing. Papa Trend's right behind her, and KD. Very good hill time across the Nursery team. I feel like if we saw a little bit more forward pressure here, some of these players from the Greats team would have more hill time. But I think they might be playing a little bit more secondaries, which, I mean, is not a bad shout against No Fear. They could get a little bit lost. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm telling you, Fear. You know, I was saying it to the chat. You know, the one thing I could say, no Fear. When it comes to Hacienda, that is their map, bro. Like, they just know how to play it. It's so hard to explain, but they have so much repetition, the high success rate, win rate on this map. Like, they can take the map off of any team. They really can. I feel that personally. McQueen. But the reason why I had a feeling, like, there was like a slight percentage in my head that's like, you know what, there's a chance that grades will come out, you know. But it could be one of those things where it's like, you know, when it comes to their record, they're very similar to Cracked Academy's record. You know, they have very little losses, if any, when it comes to their map counts. So it's like they have that really strong overall team. You know, like if there was a balanced team with like plus 10 skill points, that's basically what it looks like. You know, but when it comes to the rest of the teams, I feel like I've said it before. You know, they're able to win against either Cracked Academy or Greats. They have done it. But it's going to be that moment where, you know, the teams are fully locked, and I have a feeling, you know, I feel like the finals is going to be like that. I feel like the finals, everybody's going to be locked in, you know, they're going to make their final last hurrah. Because you never know, these teams might never happen again. They might never happen. There's a chance they will, though. There really is. Man, and just like that, I yap for like 20 seconds and these guys get 40 points. These guys are locked. So they literally have to hold this time. They can let go of it at 7, but they have to be on the rotation. Like, these guys are late. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Now they're gonna all pass on the side here. Get thrown offside. Chow's out. Is gonna get traded out as well. That is, yeah. I mean, a little bit like opposite point wise. Like, I was originally thinking like it would be like a 250 to like 200 game, right? And then I'm like, you know, there's a chance in my head that Greats is just gonna be able to take it away on one of the hills. Because like I said, I feel like P2, if they're able to get a hold on it, and P3, if they're able to get a hold on it, no Fear would have had the advantage. But it was kind of back and forth because of rotations and all that jazz. But there's the final scores. Actually, not bad. Consistent around 3,000 to 3,000 so damage between both teams. I don't know what it is. She had 50 engagements. She definitely, yeah. It's coming down to the 50s. Like, who's winning what? 50-50, Chow, pretty much. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to be on Hacienda once again, but for the S&D here. Now, it's the... I'm telling you, chat, it's really going to come down to, like, so... Queen's trends on S&D are really good together. Queen's by herself is able to do really well. But I feel like... So, Fago's a little bit of a... He's not a wild card. He's more consistent than we saw from Ace. He's kind of like one of the more well-rounded players, I feel like. I don't remember what his stat line was for that HP, but he's the one that's usually putting in a lot of damage. So, I think with the new team dynamic from what we've seen, Fago, if he gets, you know, eliminated, it could be, you know, he's a respawn guy. You know, it is what it is. If it's traditional fashion, Queen and Papa Trent's doing really good on the S&D, it's going to be... Greats is going to have to try to isolate Queen. If they let Queen do whatever the fuck she wants, this is going to be a rough S&D for them. That's all I'm saying. Now, when it comes to greats in their team's dynamic, Frederick is like surprisingly really good at S&D. Like, and that's not me trying to be a dick or anything. It sounds like I'm surprised or anything, but I've seen him do really good, especially from a player. Because I'm kind of like one of those players too. You know, control. I'm kind of like meh. It depends on the map. You know, HP. I'm kind of like also meh, but also could do really bad if I can't find flow or anything like that. For my team's dynamic, I'm kind of just trying to fill in the caps type thing. But when it comes to Frederick on S&D, man, if they let him do what he needs to do, I tell you what, that man has dropped 15 plus multiple times in league matches. And it's usually like, I'm not saying each round is him single-handedly being by himself, but he just gets really bad. Really does. Austin's gonna be able to get one. And Austin's just like, his slaying power is just crazy on the map for this team's dynamic. Captain went. So we're going to be going over to Queen Beach if it lets me. There we go. Queen's in a 1v2 situation. Frederick is downed. She has clutch potential. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, the first round's bugged. Yep. First round's going to be bugged, chat. They just need to plant the bomb. Run it out. But no, very strong start there from the Greats team. I don't know what the damages were, actually. Am I able to see that, maybe? No? Ooh, nope. No. Nope. That's the map view. There we go. Yeah, damage was not too bad. Yeah. They were doing damage back and forth. Almost a kill's worth for each of them. Type shit. Yeah, I don't think they realize that it's bugged. Map count is 1-0. The HP was basically 250 to 224. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. You know, it is nice being able to get back into, you know, some form of, you know, regular now. With them kind of fixing some of the maps and, you know, me finally having something so I could actually, you know, be involved with these games again. Alright, let's see if they do their traditional top break off here. Looks like we're going to see a full B push from pretty much both sides. They're doing like a little bit of a split off. Oh, that nade might come in clutch. Oh, dude. If he just... I think if he would have slid and did that, bro, he would have had at least one of them. But it's going to be 2-2 now. Kayla's going to have the bomb here. Captain Witt's going to wait for the plant. These guys are just going to play out the time here. Force them into making it so that one of them is... Oh, I like this. Oh, these guys are big braining right now. Do they realize it, though? No, yeah, they have to, right? They're attacking this way too slow. But, I mean, they might catch these guys on timing. Yeah. They're not gonna catch these guys on timing. Nope. It's one. Burke is gonna be on the top side here. SMG versus AR. He's probably just gonna force him to plant the bomb, but I think he's gonna get timing. Yep. And bada bing, bada boom. Just like, that was actually beautiful. Exactly when he would have got up from the bomb. That is nice. As far for Saturday, guys, so I could only stream one of those matches, alright? So, there's a chance we don't get both of them. But the one that I am going to showcase is the Velocity Gaming team, because I am kind of curious to see how they are. So that's going to be the one. Plus, I think we're scheduled first anyways, so... That's what we're gonna do. So if you do cover that, it would have to be, you could do it on the second channel. I don't have the I could try to get the stream key, but it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for me. But I could try it. I could try it. I think it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. But we'll figure it out. Here we go. Get chat. It's gonna be a 2v3 scenario here. Captain Wit and Burke is gonna be. Ooh, nope. Burke's gonna be by himself in a 1v3 situation here. Let's see if he does clutch this up here. Nice. Yeah, I don't have my beacon mic right now. This is actually just a mic inside of an in-ear monitor, so. Well, connected to the wire to it. But we do with what we do. Cheap viewers get banned, bozo! Right. Ban bozo. Welcome everybody. Currently right now it is, I believe it's round, I'm just gonna wait, not make myself, yeah. Or I could just do this too. No, that's not it, chat. It's currently 2-1 going in round 4 here. The HP was 250 to 224 in favor of the Greats. That the second rotation through from the P3, the P2 to P3 basically is what won the Greats of the game. They had a really good hold on Old there. It took them a while. They made one more, attack towards the hill as like a calculated risk. They broke it, but they didn't get the rotation, so they got a little bit behind. That's what I'm saying, man. This is actually like record low for Frederick. It might be just the map. I honestly don't know, but like him, I remember his stat line. I think it was the same. It might have been the same team. It might have been a different team. But he went like 17 in like 5 or 7 or something. 17 something. Gulp. 2-2. Going around 5 here. In favor of I think he might be one of the Greats guys. Yep. Oh yeah, dedication, baby. We're going for the water route once again. Going to find Nemo. Number 2 is going to engage with number 4. 4 is going to die from a beam to the back of the head. Austin's going to try to close the gap here. Is going to overextend. Is going to get eliminated here. It's not going to be a 2-3 situation here. Barrick's going to get 1 off the water route. Okay. I see you, buddy. Oh, I was going to say. How's that a faded take? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Nice. I liked him playing that heady stairs there. That was nice. Oh, crazy level would be what's his face? That one Fortnite streamer. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even want to mention. I don't even know the guy's name. God dang. So current stat lines here. We could actually look at the damage here real quick. It's honestly pretty consistent. I mean, you're seeing more damage from. Oh shit. Seeing more damage there from. Ooh. They actually took a very wide approach. They're doing like a flank maneuver type shit. That might be a mistake though. Like, it might. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a mistake. They're gonna have to double chow this white or something. Just make it big. And we're overextending. Why are we chowing that? This man. Oh, he was laying on that little. Did they GA that? Do we know, chat? Wait, what the fuck? Guy on the floor, or is he on the stairs? Oh, he was on the stairs. Put that back. Does that count? Ooh, Right now we have, I believe it is the, I think it's tied actually. No, never mind. So far, No Fear is up by 2. I mean, it's kind of to be expected, you know? That was the first. No, they're definitely well. They lock in. They need to. I mean, they don't really have to take these matches seriously, bro. But, because, like, pretty much with how the standing works, it's based off of map count. Like, map count wins. So, I mean, they're in a pretty good spot. I believe, what, 7 teams? If I remember it. So they would technically face, what would it be, 1 and 7, 2 and 6, 3 and 5, 4 gets a bye. Yeah. Hello there, August. No Fear's doing a pretty good job. Actually, I could look at the standings right now, yeah. Let's see. So, based off of map counts. So, as of right now, as well, to what I have updated, it's 26 cracked, 20 angels, 19 greats. Fear is at 17. These are actually really, like, between 2 and 5, well, between 2 and 4, they still have games. Requiem could technically come up and, you know, get above or whatever the fuck. But either way, I feel like 2 through 3 or 4 could get changed out once we get these map counts and everything updated. But this is what? This is updated all the way up to... Are these done? No. So there's technically a bye day from Angels. They would be up another one. Greats won against Ghost Academy that week. Man, Chad, you were behind, Buckaroo. Yeah. So this is the week of 11 match. Oh no, this is... Yeah, because these two happened already. The week 10 matches happened already. Which If anybody in chat remembers, do you remember the Week 10 Greats versus Crack? What that score was? That a free O? And then what? Or was that a free one? And then was the Requiem and No Fear one? Was that a free O for No Fear? It was free one? Okay. I'll update that right now, actually. Just so Shad Hat. Free one. I don't know what the stats are. Yeah, I was gonna say that was first game. Yep. Now, because you gotta understand, when things started not getting updated as often was when, what? It would have been when I lost my PC. So I wasn't able to just instantly send things to Shad like I was before. So it's 5-4 right now. Kayla's doing really good this S&D. What the fuck? That's surprising. God damn, props. I'm excited for BO7. Like, I saw how the mechanics looked with the jumping and everything, and then I saw how the snipers were. I think M&K is going to be really nice. It looks like it. It just really depends on how optimized they do it. That's what it's going to come down to. Because I used to love making snipers montages. I would love to do that again. But gameplay-wise, I mean, they didn't really reveal a lot in their gameplay trailer at all. Like, you saw some dunks, of course, shit like that. But, like, you know, how the spawns are or anything. It wasn't, like, a real in-depth gameplay trailer. So, like, honestly, I mean, the movement's going to be the same. Just with jump, basically an extra jump. Fucking Mario and that shit. Let's try answer. Oh. Falco? I think Falco is one of the Flacco is one of the greats, guys. Greats, I do give a shout out to them. They do support the streams by sharing their games to their community, so I appreciate the love and support that way. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The match is going to go to the Bravo team. It looks like No Fear is going to be up. No, actually, no, it's 1-1 now. This is going to go to a map 4. Good. The GOAT! Also, as a reminder for everybody that's listening here, since I'm just basically able to yap. So, for BO7, we're going to be doing major system. Lowers is basically strength draft, uppers, bring your own team, criteria, diamond above and uppers, plat and lowers, people get eval'd. As far as like when it comes to payments and everything, we are going to discuss with the team, but from what I remember, It's basically going to be like one of those things where your team pays before you play your first match type thing. And then, we do the prize and, the major finals that give the prize pool money, pretty much. That's the way it's looking. Also, for people that are like old and washed or disabled in any way, we do have an Unk League also with collaboration with Cracked Academy. Drax is the forerunner for that, so if you're interested in that, it's a little bit more chill. Kind of get the games done when you're able to get done, and have a season over there. Control vaults. I think we're going to see a very strong presence here from the Greats team. I'm not going to lie. So, if the people that are watching right now, if you know people that would be interested in, possibly earning some, more money on their investment, price ranges wise, we'll have a finalized list of everything. Lowers, it's basically looking like it would be like $5 for a regular player, $10 for a GM and, or no, it's $10 for GM, and then it's like $15 for player / GM. So that's the way it's looking for lowers, and then it's like an extra like $5 for uppers type thing. So it's not too bad. And like I said, it's team pays before they play their first match type thing. Yeah, red card HP is going to be criminal. High, drunk, I'm sick. Yo, this guy's gone. This guy's gone, chat. This man's on P2. And we're still on P1. Just... There goes my hero. Watch him as we go. Do. No, I just realized this is another great, thing to see too. We're finally going to see a crack team that's made it all the way through a season and to a finals. I've been waiting for that for so many seasons, bro. And it's not even like it's the people's fault, like, the organizers. It's like sometimes you just gotta find the right players, man, that, have the passion and commitment to do it. And it's nice being able to see that. I mean, we've heard the passion in the comments before, too, like, shit. Papa Trends is doing a really good job at holding this cat side here. It looks like they are going to be playing a little bit in the inside. Captain Wit does get eliminated here. So as of right now, No Fear is on the Alpha team. Greats is the Bravo. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Zed. I mean, I'm okay with being a little bit flexible, If the team agree to it, then that's cool. But if, I also have to kind of enforce the GA list. That's a after, launch map, so it's DLC technically. It's technically not allowed. I mean, I'm sure some places have brought the map in for nostalgia or whatever, but that would be the only exception, if the teams agree to it. Like, my team will probably not agree to that at all. Ghost Academy would not agree to it. This doesn't make sense for us. Because we're kind of going in there, like, the previous team before us set a pretty decent record. But... no, we know how Lux is. Yeah. That's fair, Lux is love. Still there. I want to go to Fago. You're not letting me go to Fago? Please go to Fago. Yeah, it's just not letting me go to him. That's so unfortunate. I like that read. I don't know if his brain lagged or what. No, I'm not gonna lie for you. When we played the other day, I got secondaries pretty much the whole time. When I played with you. So like it's playable, but it just doesn't play the same. Boom, boom, boom. Austin on the top side here. It looks like the Greats are gonna take it away. So what? It's currently 1-1, map free, control. Greats took away the first round of the vote. Really holding the fort down. W-Mans. Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy's presence on the map is just gross. For Greats. The rest just like, they do really good. I feel like Burke and Captain Witt, they kind of like go hand in hand sometimes. And Frederick, I swear, is a wild card. He's definitely a wild card, but it fits. It works. He puts constant pressure on the map. I do think he played a little bit slow on that Hossie, though. He did play a little bit slow. But that's okay. Unless I'm dumb. I might be dumb. Up treads, get a little bit of here. Austin worked his way through the cat here. Probably gonna try to... Man, the balls on this guy. I love that read, though. I love that. He's gonna keep going. Support of the team here. Gonna give a warning nade. I'm gonna slowly start capping both of these. Yeet. Alright. That almost worked too. That's 3 down. Now if I were them, I would try to eliminate this last guy here and start setting up this spawn trap. They're all spawning ammo. So they're gonna clear that point, they're gonna get some ticks off. These guys are gonna immediately play for cutoffs. They should have just re-stacked it. They would have had at least like 1 or 2 sections by the time they engaged. It's alright, they got a full... Oh, wait, no, it's only B now. Okay, it worked out. 17-16. Playing through here. Number 4, number 2 playing the P3 art here. Frederick is going to be watching this mid-cross here. Going to be making their way in the middle of the map. Queen Beach having the secondary position here by the van. Try to pick up one of these stragglers. Is going to miss the... It was a good initial read, but she didn't see anything. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, chat. Hey, what the vape? Hi, Tom. Just like that. 2-0. No, I've said it before. Grace is really good on control. I think teams have... See, that's where I can't wait until that website I'm making or app I'm making comes into play, because you'll be able to put in the map win or loss and everything from the map itself, what they won. So then it would give like a team record of what their win-loss rates were on maps, which honestly would be so fucking cool. So cool. They just do really good on it, you know? Beautiful read there. Cool. You might be doing a little bit too much, but it's okay. No, there's honestly not a, the reason why I'm saying that is because there's not a control that I could recall, like off the top of my head, that's like, oh shit, they got fucking piss slammed, you know? So I'm sure there might have been some close ones. I know they've definitely got quite a few wins on control maps. playing a vault here. That's actually interesting. Burke, uptrend, so beyond this point, getting a little bit contested here. Is going to get eliminated. I wouldn't know. If that's a recent game, I haven't seen it. I think there's been like 5 or so games, maybe a little bit more that happened. Maybe 3 to 5 games that happened I didn't see. The best lowers game. Best lowers game. I honestly don't know which one that would be. I want to say it was the Greats versus Cracked Academy. That one's definitely one of the best, though. I know the Angels versus Cracked Academy was a very big upset game. That one was entertaining. I think they 3-0'd them. And then there was one with No Fear. That was pretty... like one of the first games of them with the new team. Oh my. Oh, so Great's gonna have some more boys come over for the... How did they leave? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. No, I love seeing the passion from people. Because we'll probably see... Now, it is going to be interesting with the evals, because... Best way I could put it... I mean, I don't know how strict we are going to be, like, ranking people, like, our plat or diamond or anything like that. I really don't. That's where, you know, the majority of us are going to have to come together. But it's going to be one of those things where... So people understand, when it comes to evals from, like, here on out, it's going to be strictly off of, like, the stat lines and everything, right? So, like, you know, your damage, your OBJ, your KDA, you know, those core things. We're not looking at individual players now. They're playing on their own anymore. So it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to eval people. But with that being said, there's going to be chances where some of these people might, you know, if they're like kind of like the support player on a team, they'll get ranked down. What the fuck? These guys are leaving? We plan on doing the finals on the weekends. So lowers is probably going to happen first. So it'd be a Saturday, Sunday. Where we'll do like the majority of the games, like day one, and then like do the finals of like losers bracket, and you know, shit like that. Well, I thought we pushed it back because of BO7. No, we posted a calendar. Yeah, we posted a calendar. So, if you go in the announcements, there's a calendar, 3 pictures in there. I believe, this next week we have BO7. Then, basically, the following weekend, we would have the lowers finals. The way it's looking. And then, the weekend after that would be the uppers finals. go. Easy enough. Red card HP. This is gonna be a fucking shit show. Wait, did I? Wait. Let me look at the pictures again. We had it mapped out. Announcements. So let's see how this looks. So it'd be this week, right? 5 points until game's fixed. 5 points until game's fixed. So, okay. So basically, wait, am I dumb? So the finals are, wait, I don't know if that's right here. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it again. I don't know. We were gonna do lowers and uppers at the same time? There's no way I'd be able to do that. Yeah, I do the right thing. I need to request a few days off. Yeah, because we still technically have what? Because we're in week 11, there's 14 weeks. So 3 more weeks, a week pushed back. So we would have basically 1 more weeks for matches, and then the week after that. So like this week coming up will be the last week for matches, I think. Huh? Oh, okay, he's not talking about what tourney. Yeah, basically, because what? The 7th through, or whatever, the 5 through the 7th or 8th would be beta. So we would have basically up until the week of the beta. The week of the beta, we're taking a week away from League again, and then we start back up, finishing the last 2 weeks, and then basically the weekend after that and the weekend after that. So I'm gonna have to look at the calendar myself and mark it on my calendar to see how it looks, to see if it looks right. And then, yeah. Oh, nice. I like that. They're getting fucking worse on this red card. Holy shit. like that. Let's go. Papa Trent is going to be on the outside. Here's going to turn out. I think, I mean, I haven't really been looking at the map that much. But it does kind of look like everybody's just getting secondary spawns, so they're just getting close spawns. Oh no. That guy got a close secondary spawn, and then their teammate got a close swap spawn, split spawn. It's actually insane. Alright. Nice. Queen Beach. You know, I have a feeling that Taylor just like slowed down a little bit, you know? Like isolated her fights, she would win more 50s, bro. I mean, she's having a hard time on this map right now, but I'm just saying. But gets the kill there, almost gets second, is gonna get traded out. But hey, yeah, that was actually. Yep. I would just like close it off and not close anything. Uppers only has like what, 4 or so games left? Because of the 2 or 3 teams that dropped out. Yeah, because what, there's Ghost Nation left, Phantom Empire. I don't think Fantastic Four's around anymore because they haven't been responding to anybody. I'm not gonna lie. So it might only, what, that would leave the Herd, Phantom, Ghost Nation, and the Velocity team. If Fantastic Four doesn't start showing up. Yeah, Phantom played against the Herd the other day. They got 3-0'd though. I don't know how close the game was. Yeah, because they, I ended up picking up, what was it, Clouds and Empire, ironically. Yeah, that's the way it's looking. If Fantastic Four isn't here, yeah, then it's only 4. So, like, honestly, I was thinking, I haven't put a lot of thought into it, but I think it kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, it's because a lot of teams dropped out because of the Herd, bro. Like, that team has, like, don't get me wrong, those guys are not ass players, but they have every advantage they could get, you know what I mean? Like, so it's really hard to beat a team that's, like, fundamentally and just overall really solid with, you know, the software advantages too. Like, what do you mean top 2 teams get a shot? Well, you just want to do one match for finals for uppers? I don't know. But I actually did a really good job bringing it back. So. Yeah, I don't understand. Said about 2 seeds. Would just be 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. Double elimination. Finals is 2. Was it best of 7? Or no, we did best of 5. I mean, but yeah, best of 7 we did last time. Nah, we're gonna take a win from somebody. Trust. I'm fucking dog shit on console. I'm not gonna lie. Shit's so clunky and unresponsive. Yeah, no, honestly, it's, as of right now, Ghost Academy, bro, like, there's a chance that we could take maps off of people, but we would have to play our fucking hearts out every single game to win anything, you know. I think we could do it, you know, I have that confidence, but we just need to get the team chem down before finals. I'm not host chat. I don't know why there's a heli. Why is there a heli? It's just diabolical. I don't know who called it in. Yeah, heli's a GA break. I don't know who. Oh, so Trends put it in. I'm gonna just let them play it out. Well, I mean, I can't end it anyway, so they're gonna play it out. But I mean, we gotta enforce the GA. Well, I mean, Greats have to enforce the GA, but they're gonna win the map anyways. $250 to $193. I mean, it was a really, the HPs were close. You know, the HPs were close. The S&D, you know, I had a feeling that No Fear was gonna be really good. The control, I mean, a lot of it, it was gonna come down to the respawns of HP. I had a feeling it was going to, you know, but both teams played really well. I think if we saw a little bit more pressure there, I mean, it's an AR map. Kayla's an SMG, so I mean, it's kind of to be seen. But if she was able to get a little bit more pressure on the map, I think that could have been in favor of No Fear. Yep. But that was it, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. It was a good game. 3-1, greats. HPs were close as fuck. Basically between 20 and 50 points for each one. And S&D was what, 6-3? 6-4? And the control was basically free. Was it 3-0? No, I think it was. No, I don't remember. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I do apologize for the quality difference between the microphone and the stream and everything. You know, we deal with what we got, but I think it was pretty entertaining. We talked about some pretty interesting things, and yeah, can't really complain that much. Now, I don't know how. I know there's a way to transfer this VOD over, so we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, let me just have money just appear. I wish, bro. Trust me, I don't like being on this shit either. Shit's ass. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the stream. I don't know how to end this shit. There we go. And oh yeah, there we go. See you all in the next one. I wish, bro. I wish it was that simple.